Welcome to yoga. This is a flow designed to wake you up gently. I'm Dr. Christine. Sit comfortably and bring your hands in prayer position in front of your heart. And as you breathe in and breathe out, hold the intention of gratitude for your new day. We're going to begin in child's pose. Sit back on your heels and stretch your arms out in front of you. Press your tailbone back toward your heels and your fingertips toward the front of the mat. Put a little bit of gentle pressure down into your hand palms. Come up into a tabletop position and then press yourself into a downward facing dog. You can pedal out your dog by flexing one knee and then the other. Now return to tabletop and take another child's pose. Each time you breathe in, imagine your spine expanding. Now come to tabletop and then shift yourself forward into an upward facing dog. Your gaze is slightly up and your chest is open. Now push back into a downward facing dog. Press your tailbone a little higher toward the sky. Press all 10 fingers into the mat. Now come down to sit on your mat and extend your right leg out to the side, stand up on your left knee and sweep your right arm high and gaze to the sky in this modified side plank. Come back to seated and we'll take a cross-legged forward fold. Sit with legs crossed and inch your fingertips out as far as you can and fold your torso over your lap. Inch your way back up to seated. Now we'll take some hip rolls. With one hand on each knee, roll your torso to the right and press against the left knee, and then roll your torso to the left and press against the right knee. You can synchronize your breath with your movements. Return to seated. Now we'll take our sleepy stretch on the opposite side. Extend your left leg to the side, stand up on your right knee, sweep your left arm high and gaze to the sky. Now we'll take a single-legged forward fold. Sit on your mat with your right leg extended out in front of you and your left foot tucked into your thigh. Inhale your arms high and with a tall spine, reach forward for the right foot, aiming for the right baby toe. Keep breathing slow and steady. Return to seated and switch legs. Left leg is extended out in front of you. Right foot is tucked into the thigh. Inhale your arms high and with a long spine, reach forward for that left baby toe. It's okay if you have a slight bend in your knee. Release your forward fold and come back to seated in a cross-legged position on the edge of your mat. We're going to do some cervical spine side bending. Tip your left ear to the left shoulder and place your left hand on the top of your head and give some very gentle pressure to deepen the stretch. Release and return to center, and now tip your right ear to your right shoulder and give a very gentle pressure with the right hand on the top of your head. Keep breathing. Now we're going to set up for threading the needle. Come into a tabletop position. Inhale your left arm high, and now sweep it under to thread the needle under that right arm, reaching forward to the top of your mat with your right hand. You're getting a nice twist of the spine and a shoulder opener. Make sure your hips are on top of your knees. Return to tabletop, and we'll do that on the right side. Inhale your right arm high, and now bring it under as you exhale to thread that needle under the left arm, reaching forward with the left fingertips. Your ear is rested on your mat. Release and come into tabletop. And now we're going to take a wide-legged child's pose. Open your knees to the edges of the mat and come forward into child's pose, stretching your fingertips toward the top of your mat and pressing your tailbone back to your heels. This is a great reset for your spine. Come out of your child's pose and we'll press into a downward facing dog. Press your tailbone high to the sky. And now walk your feet up towards your hands and take gorilla pose. Your hands are on your mat and your feet are on the palms of your hands, giving your hands and wrists a little massage with your toes. Release your hands and come into crouch and curl. In crouch and curl, you're rolling yourself into the tiniest ball that you can, and you're balanced on your toes and on your hands. Think of your spine and ribs expanding. Now press up into a forward fold. Inhale and take a halfway lift. Fold again. And now rise up, mountain pose. Clasp your hands above your head and we'll side bend to the right. Make sure your hips are still facing forward. Return to center, taking a breath, and side bend to the left as you exhale. Return to center and forward fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift, and now hands to the mat, high plank to low plank. Press into an upward facing dog, and now a downward facing dog. Walk your feet to the top of the mat and hang in a forward fold. Rise up, mountain pose. Clasp your hands and side bend again to the right. Inhale, return to center. Exhale, side bend to the left. Return to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale your hands to the mat. Go from high plank to low plank. Press up into an upward facing dog And now a downward facing dog. Walk your feet back up to your hands and take a forward fold. Rise up, mountain pose. Side bend to the right, return to center, and side bend to the left. Return to center. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to mat, high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause here in your downward facing dog. Now come down onto your knees and have a seat again on your mat. Inhale your arms high. Gather up some of those good vibes the universe has for you and draw them down, slowly pulling them into your heart. Namaste, my friends. Enjoy your day. All right, thanks for being here. Before you leave, please be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you'll know when I go live or when a new video drops. And visit me at ChristineBreadstreet.com. Love to y'all.